to say that this has been a group of interns that seasoned. Seasoned doesn't mean old. Seasoned means experience. They bring a wealth of experience and maturity to the program, to our hospital, and we're better for that, for your past experience. And their humility and willing to learn from each other, from this poor old supervisor who struggles along with them, the patients. One of the things we talk about is, you know, do you have the humility, metaphorically speaking, to sit at the feet of the patients and let them teach you who they are and what they need? And so they've done that. Committed, dedicated, and perseverance. They've not persevered in the sense of something heavy weighing over them so much, but they have the driving, the distance. Sandra comes from Moore, South Carolina. Reggie from over around Hickory. Kingsmount, Shelby, Far City, closest one, but still the group has come together, and we have really come together. And I thank you. There'll be more things to say a little bit later. Right now, I want to share with you something that gives me great pleasure. I am presenting these certificates alphabetically with the first name. R doesn't count as the first name, so I'm using R and Rev. I'm using Billy. Some of these are different, but Rutherford Regional Health System, Rutherford, North Carolina, Association of Clinical Pastoral Education Incorporated, upon the recommendation of the Director and Faculty of the Spiritual Care Services Department, the Reverend Billy D. Howes, is hereby certified as having satisfactorily completed the requirements for clinical pastoral education, level 1 unit, October the 6th, 2011 through March 22nd, 2012. Diane Nelson has completed requirements for clinical pastoral education level 2, 1 unit. It's actually, she's completed 4 units of CPE. And Donnie Thurman, 1 unit of level 1 CPE. And the Reverend Reginald Lee Eldridge, 1/2 unit of CPE. And Miss Gaffney, Sandra Smith, level 2, 1 unit, and as you've heard her say, she completed a total of 4 units. I didn't actually talk with them too much about some of the thoughts I had about them during the course of the unit. But one is I came up with a little, I guess you might call it like a nickname type thing or something. And of course Billy D here, you know, Billy D, that goes really good. I like that, Billy D. I thought, you know, last name Howes, so I thought Billy Powerhouse.
I've been called it.
He's got a turbo. And then this is Rough and Ready Rick. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Rough and Ready Rick. All right. Diane's last name is Nelson, and in wrestling there's two holds. One's called a half Nelson, and one's called a full Nelson. Well, this is Diane Full Nelson. Diane doesn't do anything halfway. And this has been indicated Sweet Sandra Kay. But don't let that fool you. She told me about an encounter she had with somebody, and she said she just drew her boundary and laid it out the way it is. And I thought, well, Sandra, tell you like it is. She's got steel in her backbone. All right. Now, Donnie looks at me kind of funny when I say this, but I'll try to get it the way he likes it. I call him, his name is Thurman, right? Thurman. And I call him Donnie the Man. Thurman. Where there is despair, help me sow the seeds of love. St. Francis Prayer by Kent Nermer. When we sit with someone in despair, we're sitting in vigil. We cannot reach their consciousness with ours, nor can we offer consolation that will touch their darkness. Like Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, they want only that we should sit and watch with them. Despair is a sickness of the soul. If the despairing soul is to heal, it will do so on its own. The greatest gift we have to offer is our selfless and solitary witness. For when we stand vigil with the despairing spirit, more than anything else, we are denying the emptiness into which the spirit wishes to plunge. By our presence, we are affirming a work that the spirit does not feel. We are bearing witness to a possibility in which the spirit does not believe. We are defying the darkness. To help another stand against despair, it does not matter what our station or status in life might be, or even if we believe ourselves to be a good and caring human being. The hope we offer is the simple presence of another spirit, less overwhelmed with the darkness, that refuses to withdraw its light. This may not seem like hope. It may not seem like anything at all. But against true despair, only a strong and courageous spirit can stand. After all, even the disciples abandoned Jesus at his greatest moment of darkness and doubt. If we're able to stay with someone at their time of darkness and doubt and simply bear witness, we are performing a holy act, and the wounded heart will know. By the mute testimony of our presence, we are saying, you are a child of God, and you matter. And that is something enough to make a wounded heart turn back, if only for a moment, and feel the presence of the light. Jesus said, if you have done it unto one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you have done it unto me. You've come to minister in a place of paradox, a place of joyful life, sorrowful death, a place of healing, and a place of suffering. You have stood by and sat with people experiencing the shock of grief upon learning about the death of a loved one, and Jesus' voice echoes, you have watched with me 1 hour. And in those agonizing hours when a loved one hung in the balance between life and death, you have prayed with families, Father, let this cup of suffering pass me by. Nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. You have been there in the semi-darkness, standing with families as the loved one gasped those last few breaths of life and prayed with them, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. And you were there too when the Spirit of Jesus pronounced the final benediction. It is finished. You have been there too to witness some resurrections. When from the death-like state of unconsciousness, one came back to life to speak words of recognition. Mary, Peter, Thomas, Bill. Your training and ministry here has challenged you to take an inward journey into yourself and an outward journey in relationship to others. These have been transforming moments for you, have touched and been changed, and you will never be the same again. And I have been touched by you, and I will never be the same again. And I celebrate with you the death and resurrection experiences of our journey together that continues to transform us into the new creations of God. You know, I'm fond of fours and the quaternity. And you've heard me talking at the very beginning of the program about head, heart, hands, feet. So, let us think about wisdom, love, service, and feet in the path of peace. This prayer. A divine wisdom beyond your knowing. A sacred heart of love that is growing. Helping and healing hands, sowing. Blessed feet walking